pie fall treats video for you all, and I am so excited for this video, you guys. Everything is so cute and everything is so delicious. I am making cupcakes, mini pies, and caramel apples. Oh my gosh, they are so good, you guys. You're so gonna love this. I can't wait to see if you guys recreate this, and I just want you guys to try this out because they taste so good. And everything in this video is perfect. Even if you wanted to do it for a dinner party or you wanted to do it for Thanksgiving, even to make it for yourself, it is so good. You guys are really gonna love this. So before we get on into the baking, please give this video a thumbs up, comment down below fall treats, and let's get on into the video. So first up, I am making cupcakes. I'm using Duncan Hines signature perfectly moist spice cake, and I originally wanted to make pumpkin spice cupcakes, but I could not find pumpkin puree anywhere near me. Like, I tried a bunch of stores, I could not find it. So I settled for this spice cake, which turned out so good. It tastes amazing, and I added pumpkin spice on top, and it was so good. It tastes just like a pumpkin spice cupcake. So it's perfect for the season. Next up, I am pouring in 1 cup of water into our mixing bowl. Now I'm just following the instructions on the back of the box for this, but if you wanted to, you could of course create your own cake from scratch. So it's really up to you, but this one works fine as well. And then I'm using 3 eggs and just cracking them into the bowl. Then I'm gonna be putting in 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, and then I'll be putting it into my little mixing machine, and that is gonna mix it. I'm gonna put it at medium speed, and then I'm just gonna let it mix till everything is blended together and smooth. We're just gonna preheat our oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and we are gonna be mixing our batter until our oven is heated up. Okay, so next we are going to put it in our cupcake tin, and I got the cutest little cupcakes designs. These are from Hobby Lobby. This is the 2020 Fall Party Baking Cups, and they're cupcake picks, which says give thanks in all you do, which is so cute, you know. So I think this will be perfect. We're gonna design our little cupcakes and it's gonna be so delicious. So this is from Brother and Sister Design Studio. Yeah, this is just from Hobby Lobby. But these are so cute and adorable. They are perfect, and we're gonna use them for our cupcakes. Now we're just gonna be scooping up our batter and putting it into our cupcake tin. And now that our cupcake tins are all full, we are going to be putting it into the oven for 16 minutes. So we are going to need powdered sugar, a big mixing bowl, some mixing cups, vanilla extract, 1 stick of butter, 1 block of cream cheese, and some kosher salt. First up, I'm going to be sifting our powdered sugar. We are going to need 3 cups of powdered sugar. And I am just gonna sift that, but I'm gonna use a whisk to sift it because it's gonna take a little while if you're just, smacking the little sifter. So you're gonna wanna use a whisk to get all the powdered sugar down. And you're just gonna do that to get rid of all the little lumps and bumps that are in the powdered sugar so everything could be nice and smooth. Then I'm gonna be putting in 1 block of cream cheese. Then I'm gonna be using 1 stick of butter, and both of them have to be softened. So make sure you take out your butter and your cream cheese early, so that way they can be softened by the time you're making the cream cheese. Then I'm gonna be putting 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt and 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. So now I'm gonna be putting in our powdered sugar and whisking it all around until we get a nice creamy consistency, almost like a whipped consistency, and that is gonna be our cream cheese frosting. Now I'm just removing the cupcakes out of the cupcake tin and putting them on a plate so we can get ready to start putting our frosting and toppings on it. Now, I didn't have any piping bags on hand, so I just used a Ziploc bag and I put it in a mason jar. And I just took a spoon and scooped up the cream cheese frosting and put it in the plastic baggie. And then I picked it up and I squeezed it and I just cut off the tip of it. And I started decorating the cupcakes. Then I'm going to be using some cinnamon, some pumpkin pie spice, and some sprinkles that I got from Homegoods. These are from Dean and Jacobs, and these are the autumn sprinkles. Now it's time for the taste test, which I already know it tastes amazing, but I gotta show you guys, right? So next up, we are gonna be making our mini apple pies. What you're gonna need is some granulated sugar, some flour, some pie crust, a big mixing bowl, 4 apples, some nutmeg, cinnamon, and vanilla extract. Now I got my pie crust from the store. It's pre-made from Pillsbury, but you can also make it your own if you wanted to. Then I'm just going to be putting some flour on the counter. Make sure your counter is clean before you do this, because we're going to be placing our dough on the counter, on the flour, and then we're going to be rolling it out. Now you want to make sure your pie crust is sitting outside the fridge for maybe a few minutes before you start rolling it out, just so it's nice and soft and a bit more easier to roll out. Then I'm going to be using a cup to be making our sizes that we need out of the pie crust for our mini pies so they could fit in our cupcake tin, and that's how we're going to do it. I just used a cup and I just twisted it around a little bit, and it gives you the perfect size for our crust. And then I'm just putting it inside the tin, and I'm using my fingers to even it out and smooth it out. So everything is nice and smooth and it's a perfect shape. Now I'm just peeling my apples. I'm just going to peel them till there's no more skin on it, and then I'm going to cut them up and chop them into tiny little pieces. Now I'm just scooping up the apples into our little measuring cup, and I'm putting them into our big mixing bowl. Now I'm just putting 1/4 cup of granulated sugar into our big mixing bowl. Then 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, and 1/8 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. And then we're going to mix it all together. And now we're just putting it into our cupcake tins. And we're just going to put a little bit into each cupcake tin, just so that it fills it up, but not too much that it overflows. And now for our pies, we will preheat the oven to 425, and we will leave it in for about 20 to 25 minutes. Now we're just taking that leftover dough that we had after we used our cups to make our little shapes for our pies, and we're just gonna mush that together until it's a little ball, and then we're gonna roll it out flat. We're gonna cut it into thin little pieces, and these little pieces we're gonna cut up in half in little quarters so we could put it on our pies to make our top crust. You can do this many different ways. what I decided to do was do the over and under method. So you would just put like 3 strands on top, and then you would take 1 strand and put it underneath the middle strand, and then on top of the last strand, and on top of the first strand. And then you'll take the second strand and you might put it underneath the first strand, over the middle strand, and on top of the third strand. It really all depends on what you want to do. I did it many different ways. So all these pies are basically the same, but also a little bit different with the method of how I did the pattern. Now I forgot to show you guys here, but before you would put it in the oven, all the extra juice that is left over in the bowl that we did with the apples, you would take that and put it over your little pie crust. Now usually you would do an egg wash, but actually I found that just putting the sauce over on top of your pie crust gives it just enough color and also gives it an extra little bit of taste too, because of all the nice sweet goodness in it. Now for our last DIY fall treat we are making today, we are making caramel apples, and we are going to need 4 apples. I have 2 green apples and 2 red apples, some caramel, and our autumn sprinkles. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is take the caramel and just put it in the bowl, because caramel's already coming out. We are gonna put it in the bowl because we wanna dip our apples in it. Just gonna stick it like that. All right. Oh, I forgot the skewers. Where are the skewers? Skewers. We have 4 skewers. And now we are going to stick them in our apples. So let's start with that. So that way we can dip. We're just gonna stick it right in the middle. Oh my gosh, this is so hard. Okay, I'm getting it. This is way too hard. Okay, hold up. Come on, apple. And then I'm just gonna stick it right here. All right, that's another one. Now, where's my scissors? Right here. You're gonna take your scissors and chop off this because it's way too big. We don't need it this big. So I think I'm gonna do it like that. Now it's time for the toppings. So I'm adding a variety of different sprinkles on top of our apples. I have some yellow and orange toppings. I have some chocolate sprinkles with some pumpkins. I have some fall leaves sprinkles. You know, they all come in a David and Jones autumn leaves container that I got from Homegoods. And then I found some almonds in my fridge. I really wanted to do some chopped up nuts, but I didn't have any. So I just got some almonds in my fridge and I put that on one of the apples, and that tasted really good. And then I just put them in the fridge for about 15 minutes just to let it harden a little bit, so all the sprinkles won't fall off and the caramel can just become a little bit hard. Now I'm just placing all our little DIY fall treats on this little tower I have to make it nice and presentable. And this would be perfect if you wanted to do it for Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving or for a nice dinner party. You can have it all set up on the side and anybody can just come and take their dessert. Now I just took out our little mini apple pies out of the oven, and as you can see, they are very golden and very nice and yummy. And that's because I did, I forgot to show it in the video, but I put the extra sauce that was in the apples that was left over, and I put it on top of the pie crust. Usually you would give it an egg wash. Instead of doing that, I thought it would be better if I put the sauce on it just to give it a little bit more flavor, and it actually gave it a really nice color too.
So I think that's really great. So you don't have to do an egg wash if you don't want to. Just use the extra sauce from the apples. And then I'm placing our caramel apples on top. And that is our tower of DIY fall treats. So we got our cupcakes on the bottom, our mini apple pies in the middle, and our caramel apples on top. And they're so yummy and so perfect for fall.
This is our beautiful DIY fall treats. I mean, come on, look at this. This is so good, and honestly, it would be perfect for Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving, especially Friendsgiving. This would be so cute. You have it for all your friends. It's amazing. You can even do it for yourself. I mean, come on, this is so cute. Everything is so delicious. Oh my gosh, you guys, everything tastes so good. So I just want to thank you guys so much for watching my DIY fall treats video. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys try out these treats. And if you do try them out, please send me an Instagram DM or tag me in your pictures or videos on Instagram. I would love to see it. My Instagram handle is @thequeenmaribel. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment down below fall treats. I'll see you guys next week with another video. Bye! Look at this, it's so cute. It's literally miniature size. It's adorable. Okay, here's to trying it. Let's go. Where are the skewers? I know they were here. Where is it? Where are the skewers? Would it work better with a knife? Let's find out. Okay, skewer. Oh! Worked better with a knife. I have to go pick that up, but